All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to seasonal week number 4. We have Helios up against Climbers United. We're doing this as a restream, record, and then I'll stream the recording just because of DDoS attacks. But I don't really hate that. I mean, it can be frustrating to have to do that. It's a little extra work, but it makes it a lot easier to interact with the audience after the match is done because I'm just in the chat and in real time. I don't need a stream delay. So kind of excited to be able to do that. Curtain's going to drop here in about 25 seconds. And you guys know I love my Helios because I cast them a lot, but you know what? They show me the love. They offer me the matches, and I just can't say no to them. They have a Smithers. All right, 5 seconds. We'll back the camera off. We'll take a look at the trucks, and then we'll watch for rocket trails. Because we know how these guys love to shoot rockets. Pretty sure I turned vehicles on. Yep, there comes one truck. A couple more tanks and a Greyhound. I think I just seen some supplies come down with that block of houses up there. See one of their trucks coming. CU's trucks coming from over there. The CU is the Germans. Obviously, it shows it at the top, but still watching for these rocket trails. Maybe no rockets. I mean, they got ATs on top of the trucks, but I don't see the rockets. Or did I? I never saw a rocket trail. Did anybody see any rockets? I thought I just heard one. Oh well. What about you guys? You guys got any rockets? That looked like it might have been a hit up there. There was a rocket. What about over here? Well, sometimes you see more starting rockets in some matches more than others. They really just pushed that truck right up in there, didn't they? Pushed straight through. Helios taking the south. This looks almost identical to the start of the match we just casted, which was also Chapel as center point. CU trying to swing down around to the south. Take a quick look at the line. Does look like Helios is focused more on Grandma's house. Not so much on the south. They do have a handful of guys down here. There is already a bunch of CU guys down here. Here's the Lukes lighting up Helios right here at this house.
There we go.
Oh. 1 second. I need to disconnect from chat because I don't want to be hearing that stuff. I know it's just a squad chat, but see, they got one of their tanks right here. Helios has one of their tanks right here behind this house, holding on to this. That swing down to the south by CU, just like Bad Intentions Old Guard did a couple hours ago. Same thing. Up here at Grandma's house, though, Helios did a better job of pushing through than Ronin did. I don't need to compare the teams. I don't know why I'm bringing up the fact that I just did a cast. I did. It's still in my mind, that's why. Anyways, Helios not really up here in the north, so it looks like CU is trying to push around the two flanks like this. Maybe pinch. Wish you guys could see my fingers in there. Pinch down from here, pinch up from here. You guys know what I'm saying. Helios holding strong. Where's that tank? There's that tank looking the other way now. Where is the P4? What's that? Is that just a truck? Just a truck. There's the Greyhound. What was that? That was... There. Nope, another truck. Where the fuck are you guys' tanks? That's another truck. Well, there is the cap for Helios, as we would expect, because obviously the church is on their side of the cap zone. LeGrand, also a little bit of a liability. Hill 5 is kind of towards the center, so... Yeah, all these points. Look at them. They're all pushed towards the center. The only point that really is an advantage for anybody is the Chapel gives a big advantage to Helios here for the initial cap. This Luke's just blasting away. Is that the P4? Did we find it? Nope, that's another Luke's. Where did they go with the P4? Down here to the south, maybe. Kobe's flu game. He's taking dudes out, man. Getting himself some kills down here. Here comes Wrath and Widow behind him. Gets Price. Kobe. Putting on the pressure. They do have some guys pushing down around the south. There's another spawning for CU. A couple of Helios guys pushing in through down here in the south intersection. Past Grandpa's house. Some CU guys down there as well. Most of the fighting is still right there in the center. Just below the church. Helios starting to kind of push through a little bit. Vergi gets Wrath. Widow gets Vergi. Helios still trying to push through in the center. Didn't see who that was. Scoot Dog goes down. His killer goes down. What do we got here? I can't see some of these names on in the grass. Why can't I lock onto this? There's the P4. And who was that? Who was that? Zesty drives an empty supply truck out and around. Oh. Wanyu jumps out and gets him with the pistol. Saves the P4, but not bad. Not too bad by Zesty. Might have been better off going for that Puma that was right there. I don't know if he knew it was there. Some free points for the P4. Helios still pushing through in the center. Haven't taken that pressure off from the P4. That should help him here for a minute. The P4 is going to stop and repair. Maybe that medium can get a hold of him. I'm not sure. He's not. He's looking the other way. He's looking down to the south. Still a lot of pressure down there in the south. Let's check out what's going on up in the north. Helios pushing through up the creek bed, as well as just north of Grandma's house. There's a handful of CU guys here, but not really enough. It's like their line is stronger up here. That doesn't look too bad down here as well. There's just quite a few CU guys here, but it's pretty even. Helios looking pretty good at the moment. CU still looking strong here in the center where they have their tanks. Taking some casualties from the Arty. Looks like Arty from both sides are coming down right here. This is where the heaviest fight is. Widow goes down. Mudborn trying to hold strong there against CU. Whole bunch of guys coming around the corner. He's looking the wrong way. What is that sound? Grenade? Oh yeah, they're throwing grenades at him. They're pushing him. He's running around trying to figure out what's going on. Gets one, gets two. All four of the CU guys go down on that push. Beautiful shooting by Helios. Especially Mudborn, who looked panicky for a second there and then turned out with the win. Gets Kansu as well. Taking some hip fire from the MG from Tony. Gets Tony. Widow gets Nurgle. Helios kind of making some progress down here in the south. I'm going to back the camera up so that we can see more of what's going on elsewhere. Yeah, here in the center, Helios starting to make some progress. Up in the north, I wouldn't really say they've been pushed back, but their forward progress has been stopped. Even reversed a little bit in a couple spots. So CU did react to that to the north. Down here in the south, though, the loss of pressure that they had to shift up there is causing them to lose some ground right here. They get some spawn-ins. Some long-range tank rounds coming in on this. Let's take a look real quick where the tanks are. There's a heavy coming in. There's another recon. They got a couple of recons. Their medium is pushing this way. Where is he? Right here. I think that's the Tiger. No, that's Puma maybe? That's the Tiger. No, it's a Luke's. It's right on top of each other. Helios trying to get in here. They need this Luke's to be destroyed if they want to push through this. This almost feels like this Luke's is really the big thing that's stopping them from making this forward progress down here. Proxy Jeans right on top of that other guy. He's got to hear those footsteps. He does. He's turning around. Tank rounds coming in from the south. Is that the Puma still? The Puma is still there. Helios not quite able to get in there and destroy him. Price coming in from behind for CU, looking for their spawns. Misses that OP by heading the other way. Where'd he go? There he is. Not really sure what his aim is. Takes a fire from the tank now. Garden Baby goes down. He's going to get that OP. There it goes. But not just in time for the spawn in. They get him. Widow goes down, though. They lost their squad leader. They will not be able to reestablish that position, at least not right away. Over here by the closer to the chapel. What's going on? How are they capping this so much? I guess they do have quite a bit of pressure right here. 3 tanks. 3 tanks right there. But there's the Lukes. Is that the P4? Yeah, there's the P4. Where's the 3rd tank? Right there. 3 tanks just right there, right on top of that spot. And they're starting to push through a little bit. Helios starting to lose some of their gains. This tank pressure from CU is really starting to mess their day up. They got this one medium down here. He might either want to push north or try to get an angle on one of those tanks. He's taking some rounds as we speak. Oops. Oop. Ooh, takes another round. He's dueling it out with the P4. You better move back further. That P4's got... Okay, I was going to say, he's still got eyes on you. The Sherman narrowly escapes with his life. These tanks from CU are making things really uncomfortable for Helios. A couple of good spawn-ins helped them hold on to the capture point. CU now starting to push through in the center. Using this tank cover. The Puma's pushing up. Is he still a solo? He is. Runs over the AT with the zigzag motion, saving him somehow. Gets the OP. He's right there behind the medium. The crews don't see him. He's, oh my goodness. What is happening right now? None of you guys saw him? Anybody call it in? Like, oh, no, 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 no. Oh, you turned your gun the wrong way for a second, too. Oh, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's a fucked Puma, but... Oh, gets another solid hit, though. He does get taken out, but damn if he didn't do some good work over there with that thing. With that cleaned up, that Sherman has to get out of there. Here comes the P4 looking to finish the job. A number of infantry pushing up from the south to support him. Now that P4 is slightly wounded, but he does get the first shot off. The Sherman goes down. Now, Helios did lose their tanks. They do have an AT gun back here by Hill 5. I think Whiskey's on it. Why can't I lock onto you? Just want to see what you can see. It's almost got eyes on that. Oh, the clipping off. He's almost got eyes on that P4. There it is. Got a hit on it. Don't know if he's going to be able to back. I think he is going to be able to back off in time. There's a bombing run going through. That was a CU bombing run. Not really sure what they got with it, but it doesn't look like they're able to... Ooh, that was a nice arty hit. Doesn't really look like they're pushing into it too good. Then again, that being said, they did manage to make it across this open territory. Excuse me, right here where the P4 is. Starting to make some progress on the south side. P4 now pushing north, looking to support this attack a little bit. Blasting himself some infantry. Take a quick look to the north. Looks like Helios is still holding on to Grandma's house pretty good. Take a look at the line. They do have a decent line up there in the north. Their line looks really good, but there's a gap. It's right here. There's a gap in their line right there, and CU has a ton of guys in it. Now you can see some of Helios guys are heading this way, but most of them are pushing towards the north side of this gap, trying to stem their push. Here comes a 76. Hopefully you can get a hold of that P4 and clear that out for Helios. That P4 is blasting away on the infantry. I don't think he knows there's a 76 looking to get some shots on him. 76, I think, is lining up on him right now. He's pulling forward, gets a hit on him. P4 is running for it. He's trying to push straight through and get out of there. 76 is pulling up, looking for that shot. He's looking for that shot. I don't think he's going to be able to get it from where he is. So P4 pulls into cover, goes for the repair. With the P4 out of action, at least for a few minutes, Helios is now using cover of the 76 to push forward and reestablish themselves here in just south of Chapel. Helios also has a lot of presence way down to the south as well. So they could potentially push a handful of guys north, start clearing this out, pinch this attack a little bit. Nice on Helios. Nice on Helios to hold this. It was looking kind of dangerous for a second there with the P4 right in their face, but they pulled this 76 up. As long as they don't lose it to something ridiculous. He's a little forward with no infantry support. He takes a round from the P4. I think. No, from the Tiger. There is a Tiger back here. Looks like he just barely missed the second shot. The Tiger is wounded. Not really sure what shot him. Maybe the 76 hit him and I just didn't see it because I didn't know he was there until he shot the 76. Tiger going for the repair. P4 now shifting to the north, away from that 76. Helios with another 76 pushing over to the first one. Get some talking guns going on. CU now in the chapel. A number of their guys in the circle itself. The P4 pushing up, gets taken out. I think by this 76 here, caught him in that opening. Who is that? Hey, Bali. Rockets coming in from Helios. They know they're in the church. They're trying to clear them out of there. Oh. Leg warmer going on. It's cold down here. I apologize for my stuffy nose. I have been sick all week. I was really... didn't want to say no to this, but I was really nervous that my fever would come back. Fortunately, I'm doing all right. It's getting cold. And that's never a good sign. So we'll go ahead and throw a warmer on, and looks like Helios is cleaning this up at the chapel. While I was doing that, they're also pushing through the center pretty well. Where'd that Tiger go? He's still back there. The P4 is gone. The 276 starting to get some talking guns going on. Up here in the north, CU now switching their tactics up, trying to push through in Grandma's house. Pretty strong looking push, I might add. I hear a tank coming of some sort. Kind of sounds like a Greyhound maybe? No, it's a Tiger. Why do Tigers sound like Greyhounds sometimes? Am I the only person? That's not the first time that's happened to me. I hear it and it's like, that sounds like a Greyhound and it's a Tiger. Huh. Anyways, CU now has a Tiger up here to support this attack. I don't think Helios has any tanks up here in the north, so that could be a little bit of a problem for them. They do have some infantry react to this. They are coming back. Messi goes down. Mitten goes down. Lance goes down. Wrath goes down. Drasnik goes down. Dropping like flies. Lilinx goes down. Flare goes up. Shit, that's a what? Helios flare, right? Green's the American flare, right? Why do I always forget? You know what? I can just do this. Yep. Lots of flares, actually, now that I look at it. Several flares for Helios there, so they know what's in front of them now. They'll probably start shifting some of their guys, maybe even one of their 76s, if they don't just spawn a new one. Still a lot of pressure from CU up here, though, making decent progress. Starting to break through a little bit. East wind is up in that hidden shooting spot. Little hidey hole. Don't do it, arm. Don't do it. Ooh, he almost got you. Alright. Let's go take a look down south real quick. Helios holding strong along the road. Couple of guys pushed across. Mostly just holding the line right at the road. but look at how their line bulges right here. You can see that CU has got a lot of presence up here in the north, and Helios already drawing their artillery up here. I seriously, like, I really feel like they need to pull one of their tanks up here. I could be wrong, but these guys are breaking through pretty good up here. Halloween makes it to the creek bed. Already starting to slip guys through into the gaps. Tulu gets himself a kill. It was precision strike. Just barely misses the 76. He does take some damage. The other 76 looks like he's stuck in the ditch. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No, 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 no. That's bad. Oh man. Can the other 76 like come push him? Like if he comes and nudges him from the front right here, will it push him back up out of there? Man, CU starting to push through now behind this. Both of these 76s are kind of out of position. This other one's in the middle of repair. This one's stuck in a ditch. That's very unfortunate for the Helios tankers there. Helios breaking through down in the south, though. And they're still holding on by Grandma's house. However, CU starting to push through in the center. Helios left themselves a big gap right here. They got some OPs. They're definitely going to want some spawn-ins here. They don't realize it yet, though, because there's not any cap pressure out yet. But CU gets a couple more guys in here. They're going to get some cap pressure going on. Artillery coming down on that stuck 76. I see one of the crew members got out and died. Is there anybody in it anymore? They are still in it. They're still trying. They might have to abandon that tank, though. The more time they waste trying to get it out and not being able to is time they could have had a new tank. Maybe. I don't know. There's another heavy coming out, so spawn times and whatnot. I mean, but there's a medium. Then again, you don't really see mediums unless it's like a last resort tank. You don't really see mediums in these games except for like the initial medium, but... Oh, shoot. 1 second. I pushed the wrong button. There we go. Make it so that I can see everything. There's... Ooh, nice long-range rocket. Where the hell did that even come from? Somebody who died after he shot it, apparently. Or well, maybe it was a tank round, I don't know. Handful of Helio guys up here trying to get around behind this. Excel all the way up on the edge of the map. Proxy Genes as well is up here. Gets taken down by Lance. Scooty Dirt's going to see that. Oh, God, he peeked that corner at just the wrong time. Gets Poi. Ooh, 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 goodness. He must have thought he killed him because he straight up turned his back. CU really looking strong right now here in the center of the map. Helios has a couple of guys here. I mean, they're still holding the circle, but they have full control of Grandma's house. Miracle, I think he just got that OP. Gets OG Panda. There's a garrison right there. They're getting really close to it. Helios still has good positioning because of that garrison. Is going to allow them to maintain their presence there. CU also, I mean, they got some guys right up on the front door of the church. Almost ready to knock. Now pushing down into the canal. Trying to get around Walk up in there by himself. Huh. Oh, that is something I did not know you could set a machine gun up on. I'm going to make a clip of that for the boys, for our Friday night squad. It's always nice to learn a new position to teach the boys. Especially Run, who likes to use machine gun from time to time. I'm sure he'd like to know that. I want to be right above the church. Walk goes down from behind. There's a spawn in from Helios. They are starting to get capped on. They do get him from behind. There's 7. This view just feels like it doesn't show me enough. Here comes one of the tanks. Just a little solo Stewart down here, pushing that way to get his cap pressure on. Making sure that they are not able to cap this. I mean, their line is here. You can see that just this bulge I pointed out a minute ago it's getting bigger. And their garrisons are getting locked up. Helios kind of on the back foot right now. Struggling a little bit. They do manage to clear out the chapel, but there is more CU reinforcements pushing up. That 76 did get abandoned in the trench. Down in the south, Helios not looking as strong down here either. Where did all of Helios's guys go? There's quite a few up there in the north. I hear a bombing run. I'm going to guess that that is going to be a CU bombing run, and it's probably going to go right across this trench here. Okay. I don't think that bombing run hit anything. They are still losing the point though, so Helios needs to get some reinforcements back in here. They might even want to push that Stewart up into the circle just for cap weight. Maybe not. They might be better off back here. It's just a solo, so they can't react properly. He needs to hang back. Miracle right on him, not able to do anything to him. Good amount of Helios guys are spawning back now, starting to get this cap back, hanging onto the chapel. Zesty goes down to Baba. Sniper Girl goes down to either Baba or Miracle, I'm not sure which. Stewie laying down some rounds, doesn't get anybody. CU trying to hold on to their position as they wait for more reinforcements, but Helios now bringing some of their guys in from Hill 5. Up in the north, Helios trying to... looks like they're trying to establish something up here. Whether they're trying to push back down through Grandma's house, I'm not sure. But they got a lot of squad leaders up here. They're definitely trying to get something going on up here. My guess is that they just want to clear this out. That garrison was right here, I think. So it looks like they did lose that garrison, and they reestablished one further back. South of Chapel, Helios with the counterattack. Cap goes down. The Sawa goes down. That guy goes down. Pretty even numbers right here in the center. Halloween goes down. Jaywalk is back in the turrets. Immediately gets blasted with a rocket. Scoot Dog goes down to Price. Price goes down to Mudborn. Starting to look like we were right at the start of the match, honestly. So Helios is up here. CU is kind of swinging down around the south again. One of their Tigers just went down. I didn't even realize that he had pushed that far forward. Not sure what killed him. CU again starting to get right into the chapel. Couple of guys there. Scooty Dirt goes down. They are getting the cap going a little bit. Helios pushing their guys into the circle. Down here in the south, they got a little bit of a pinch on this, but Ian's over there. Okay, there's a spawn in. Immediately gets taken down by Vergi, I think. So, excuse me. Vergi got both of those guys. They're definitely aware there's a spawn there now. That will get cleaned up. More reinforcements coming in from Helios, but it's starting to look a little desperate as they're coming in from Hill 5. That counterattack they had pushing a minute ago got completely wiped out, and here comes CU trying to push back through again. Helios holding strong for the moment, but this is quite the pinch going on right here. Just around Chapel for CU. They got guys right up on the front door, too. So. Some of them are going down. Casualties being taken from both sides. Down to the south, Helios tried to push out a little bit, immediately takes a bunch of casualties. This is what I'm talking about when I say that house is so important. You get in and around that house, and you can just look north to the chapel. Leo pushing across into Ya. Ya takes out Leo. Y'all pushing forward. Some rockets going across. They're trying to get that OP taken out. Already hit right there, right on top of it. CU still looking really strong down there in the south, though. They've gotten themselves into that house really, really well. 176 here. Where's the tank? They got an AT gun, 76. Pretty decent on their tanks. They got another Tiger up here. I don't know where that just went for. I didn't see it. Was it you? I think they might have just precisioned this tank. I think that's what it was. He's all damaged now. I do see there's their garrison. It's like right there. Helios not terribly far from it. A couple of guys pushing out and around it. If they can get to it and shut that thing down, they might. I mean, that tank doesn't have to be terribly close to it to lock it up because it's in their zone. Here comes the Lukes in the center, though. Trying to put the pressure on here in the front. The Lukes is going to drive in, distract the crap out of him while the infantry pushes up behind him. I don't know if that 76 has a shot on him or not. He will in a second if he doesn't be careful. That 76 is a huge problem for Helios right now. He's right there in the circle. Yo, right there in the trench. Gets a hold of that AT. Sniper girl pushing up. Ooh, somebody did. I think there it was. Hey, Bali gets himself another kill. That should alleviate a lot of the pressure off of Chapel, which will allow Helios to hold on to this. CU pushing their infantry in behind this, trying to keep the pressure on even after losing their tank. Doesn't look like it's going to work, though. Helios starting to push out. 7 goes down to Warm. Arm goes down. OG Panda now pushing out. Rockets goes into Yuz face right there from Baba. Down here in the south, Helios now pushing back to the south, trying to push this out of here. They do manage to get into this house. They don't have it completely under their control, but they do own the inside at the moment, Price being not in the house. Same news up here in the north. They did manage to push through Grandma's house, but they didn't spot the garrison. The garrison is still active. Possibly locked up. I can't say for sure. It's, you know, infantry. It's like 50 meters or something like that. Should be locked up now from proxy. I definitely haven't seen anybody spawn in it in the last few minutes. It's there, though. It is still there, right there. I don't think they really realize it's there. Take a quick look down to the south. We'll be holding on to the intersection. Maybe looking to slip through, but a lot of CU guys now trying to swing down and around all the way past Grandpa's house, trying to get all the way up behind. Maybe push down and around up this way and get yourself up this line right here. It's hard because you can't set OPs and stuff up here in the open. You got to get to like here and here if you want to have something pushed forward along the edge of this line. But essentially they want to push up this hedgerow right here. If they get a garrison or something up at a Grandpa's house, they can push up this hedgerow towards Hill 5, clear Helios out from the back. Now, granted, Helios will react to it immediately, but it could allow them to push their pressure into the front door if they did it right. Got Helios to react and then immediately switch to the front door. That being said, anything can happen. We'll see what they do. Helios does clean up Grandma's house. They've actually pushed forward. I have reversed that bulge. It went this way before. Now it goes this way. So looking strong in the north. But again, every time CU gets pushed out, they immediately shift back to the other flank. They're not breaking through here in the south, but look at that. Look at that cluster of red. Helios could really stand to shift their artillery over here right about now. And I think that was it right there. Oh yeah, there's some arty coming down right here. So already aware of it, already reacting to it. Ping's going on down there. It's right here. This is, I mean, if you're gonna get into Chapel, you've either got to do it from Grandma's house or you got to do it from here. You can kind of come in and around from Hill 5, but because the line's right there, you gotta like drop your spawns right there. So it's rough. It's rough. See you doing a good job of keeping the pressure on. Helios doing a great job of keeping them out. Ooh, they do manage to slip somebody into the church. Got another 76 coming in. Another 76 coming in from the back. How many 76s they got now? 1, 2. Just the 2? Okay. Where are the tigers? You know they gotta be out there. There's one tiger right there. Honestly, it's kind of sitting in the open a little bit. And this 76, he pushes up to this opening right here. Oop. I don't think he knows. I think he knows where that tiger is. Last second spawn in from Cap Squad right there. With the support of the 76, did they get that OP? They did. No, the OP is still there. Very close to getting destroyed, though. They were right on top of them when they spawned. Helios now pushing out again in the south. Big cluster right here, using the 76 for support. The Tiger is in cover. The light vehicle marker down there. I wonder... Yeah, they reacted to this southern flank, so... That's not going to accomplish anything. Satchel goes off. Don't know what for. Looks like they got Artie coming down right on top of the 76. Up in the north, Helios pushing out a little bit again. I'm assuming, yeah, they did manage to find and clean up this garrison, which I kind of expected, so no really reason to keep an eye on it. Starting to push through the other side of the road down here on the south, though. It's been a little while since they've had this kind of pressure down here. So let's see if they can maintain it. See you already pushing back up from the south, getting some spawn-ins right here. Oh, Zesty, what did you just blow up? You got the Puma. They had a Puma hive in there. That was a long rocket. We barely caught it out of the corner of our eye. Nice rocket, Zesty. See you still trying to push up through this little area just south of Chapel. Helios has a lot of pressure here, though. I don't think that this attack is going to work anymore. I think we're about to see them flip to another front again. Possibly up here. I do see a handful of squad leaders up here for CU. Zan up there. Keep an eye on it. No garrisons up here for Helios, but they do have some OPs. CU does have one of their tigers up here. The other tiger is still active. Where the 76s? One of the 76s is right there. Does he have a shot on that tiger? Oh my goodness, so close. If that tiger backs up, he's screwed. Don't do it. Don't back up. That's not even a tiger, it's a P4. Uh-oh. The kiddo is awake. 76 still trying to get a shot on this P4. There. Yeah, it definitely seems like CU did shift up here a little bit, not fully committed. They didn't really find a proper opening. They're kind of slipping through right here a little bit, but now with that garrison and OPs lighting up, Helios already reacting to it, bringing some of their reinforcements up there. There's some spawn-ins right there in front of us. Helios starting to look more stabilized than they were a few minutes ago. Not so much on the back foot anymore. Does look like CU is kind of breaking through down in the south again, but you know, like I keep saying, like unless they push all the way through to Hill 5, it's really hard to come up from the south. You either come up the road or you come through the open. Something just blew up. I don't know what it was. I didn't see it. Hope it wasn't this tiger. Nope. Ooh, he's wounded though. I think he might have had an exchange with that 76 maybe? I don't know, but Drasnik is going to get himself a garrison, as there's nobody here to stop him. Nice kill by Drasnik. That will make a difference for Helios. It's going to reduce the reinforcements coming from this area. You can already see them starting to shift this way. They know they're being flanked. Helios managing to slip through at least a couple of guys down here in the south. Looks like Kansu got him. But he got the garrison, and that's a way bigger prize. Can't quite see what's going on at Grandma's house from where I'm looking right now. I'm going to bring myself closer to the chapel. Alright, you can definitely see there's some guys coming down from over there. I think there's more north of that, but that's the limit of my view distance. There we go. You can see Tony just came into my view distance. Now that's as far as I can see up there, and I don't see anything else. So they got some more guys coming in. Handful of guys streaming in up there by Grandma's house. They are trying to get in up there as I had thought they would, but Helios is doing a good job down here in the south. If they can hold on to the north, they have a good push going on down here. Drasnik goes down to that machine gunner up over there at Grandpa's house. We'll be looking to get him from the back. Yeah, it looks like a lot of their pressure is kind of coming in right here. Either in the center, like just south of Chapel, or just north. Like they just, again, that same movement. They're trying to get a little bit of encirclement going on here. You push into Grandma's house, you push into this south house, and you start getting the pressure on. Helios is down there. Starting to break through to the other side of the road over here. Ooh, rocket does not get anybody. Sure looked like it should have, though. Satchel goes off on... not the Tiger. Oh, it's not a satchel, it's tank rounds. Sorry, I thought it was a satchel. Alright, let's take a look where the tanks are. Stewart is still holding strong. They got a Tiger, or they got a heavy pushing up on Hill 5. They got another heavy down over here. Right in front of me, right here. And it's Wicks. Hi, Wicks. Another Luke's push. This is literally the same tactic that they just did the first time. They got the encirclement right here, and then they shoved a Luke's right up the center. Same tactic. That's 2 times now we've seen it in like the last 15 minutes. I almost got it for him the first time. Let's see what happens the second time. Helios does not have a lot here in the center. They do still have that Stewart. I don't know if anybody's calling out that Luke's. He's just driving right up into the circle. Supplies coming down right here on the south house. Looks like they're trying to get themselves a garrison back up here. One rocket hits the Luke's. Don't think it did much damage. Flare goes up for Helios right below me. They're going to know that they're being flanked to the south again. The Tiger, or 76. Oh, he made it on top. Yeah, he was just pulling his satchel out. Using that crater to angle the gun down. Very nice. Very nicely done. And the 76 is going to live to fight another day. Almost ran those guys over. They spawned right into it. I already took care of them for them, though, so doesn't have to worry about running them over. Already coming down right on top of this 76. I'm sorry about the little notifications in the corner. I totally forgot to turn that off. I forgot to set myself to do not disturb, even though I think they'll show up anyway. It's stupid, but whatever. That arty's still coming down right here on top of these guys as they're spawning in on this OP. Another flare goes up for Helios. They almost had this chapel, but starting to look stabilized. Maybe. There goes the 76. We do still have the Stewart, and they do have back control of the center. They don't have a reinforce. Don't have a reinforce going right now, so they potentially still have that in their pocket. What the hell? The other team's commander is just gonna go hang out in Red Roof House, I guess. I don't know. They do have a little bit of an encirclement going on at the chapel. It's contested. They're capping it again. There's a hit on that Stewart. Rockets going off from both sides. Starting to look like a capture for CU. It's contested again. It's going back up for Helios. No, it's going back down. It's going back and forth. There's some more spawn-ins for both sides. This is looking like a CU capture. And boom, there it is. As the Stewie goes down. That was like perfectly timed. That will eliminate all spawns for Helios. Now with the 2 points being so close together, it's hard to say who's going to get the better of this next fight. Here comes the CU bombing run. Gonna get a couple guys, but a little late, I suppose. They had already had the capture. Probably already had it down as an insurance policy just to make sure they got the capture. Starting to push their guys in. Here comes an airhead from CU. Want to make sure that they're able to respawn at the chapel so that they can hold on to it. They do not want to let Helios be able to spawn in at Hill 5 and push right back up in there. You can see them already spawning in right here. They should be able to get a garrison right up at this house. No, they got one right there. I'm going to try and push in the front door. CU already has quite a few guys here, though. Helios has been pushed out entirely. Let's take a look down on the south. Oh, CU is boxing Helios out completely. They're starting to establish themselves on the road, up and down these houses. Let's shift a little further north. I wonder what's going on up at Grandma's house. They also have Grandma's house. Helios trying to find a hole, trying to find some place where they can slip in. They do have a couple of guys way up here in the far north. Sounds like another bombing run. This looks to be a much more successful bombing run than that one we seen a minute ago. Gets a bunch of guys. Nagawa barely survives by hiding in a crater. Here comes Helios with the big push right in the center. They only take a couple of casualties, but never mind. They take all the casualties. They are not able to push anybody into the chapel. Thought maybe they might be able to get a couple guys through there, but running through the open, it's hard. It's hard to get through that open area. Looks like Helios is now starting to shift more of their forces down to the south. They are into the houses. You got Widow and No Scope there as squad leaders. There is some CU guys down below them to the south, but nope, there's a spawn in right there for Helios at the same time. And they do clean it up. I think they lost their OP that was here though, or whatever it was. Zesty listening to the wrong footsteps. Gets taken down. CU now looking to push north up the houses to clear out this push from Helios. There's a satchel right there on that building. This attack from Helios kind of fizzling a little bit. It is getting flanked by ECU. They're making a little bit of progress here on the south house, but not as much as they need. Here you can see the tanks are pushing up. Let's watch it from this side now. can see the tanks are pushing up for CU, where Helios has all of their tanks at Hill 5 right now. Alright. CU has one Tiger south, one Tiger is pushing north to the north side of the chapels. It really feels like they're no longer the aggressors. They just want to establish themselves up and down this road and protect the chapel. Maybe they'll get more aggressive later, but that's what it feels like they're doing right now. I want to make sure that Helios is not able to push through the front door. Helios taking some casualties, trying to push up the creek bed. Dropping some smokes, which is a sure way to draw fire. Smokes, so you throw smokes like that in a big cloud, that's almost a sure way to draw artillery, because they don't know what's in that smoke. Could be everybody. CU was starting to get, I don't know if I would say aggressive, but they are pushed out here to the east side of the road, getting themselves up to the edges of this open field so that they can shoot anybody who tries to come across. A couple of guys from Helios managed to make it into the chapel, but get cleaned up almost immediately. Here comes the Tiger pushing north, like I had said. There we go. I do see something going on down here in the south. Does look like Helios is trying to get back into the buildings down here. CU not letting them, pushing out into this. There's Vergi way out. I just want to grab onto him. Just let me grab onto him. Ah, never mind. He's dead. All right. Well, we'll look somewhere else then. Excuse me. Helios having a hard time getting themselves a foothold back into these houses. You can see their line here. It looks bulged out here in the south, but with the way the road does the same thing, they're really just hitting like a certain distance into these open fields and then getting taken out. So you can only push across a couple of these hedgerows. And while they've already done it a couple times, it seems like it might not be a bad idea to push one or two squad leaders down and around the very bottom edge of the map. Up here in the north, I know they had kind of broken through up here a couple times, but no, they can't. They are just completely boxed out of here at the moment. They're gonna have to come up with something. Might come down to tanks, honestly, and there goes one of the Tigers right there. If those 76s can rack up the kills on these Tigers, there's the other. No, that's the P4, which is still alive. I'm assuming it's still the same P4. Does kind of feel like with this that CU's pushing up this canal a little bit. Trying to get some pressure onto Hill 5. Managed to push a couple guys all the way up. This is actually bad for Helios. Like, they're just driving a wedge right up the center. Already got somebody. And I couldn't even say whose Artie that is. It could be either team's Artie. This is one of those spots where you can just pretty much expect artillery shells to land every couple of minutes. Tries to push south away from the Artie, immediately gets taken down. Does look like Helios' southern push is struggling. Struggling while CU tries to push into it. Struggling but holding. CU also not quite able to push down across these open areas, down these hedgerows. Take a quick look. All right, yeah, they did push down here to the edge of the map. But they're not alone. They are not alone. In fact, CU seems to have the bigger numbers here at the moment. Even. It's dead even. CU has more squad leaders. Dusty goes down. Just holding. They're just holding down here. Like I say, it's hard to get across these open areas down here. They are breaking through in the center a little bit, but again, it's that bulge. It goes this way because then the hedgerows, the open areas kind of go like this. That being said, Helios still taking some casualties. CU still trying to push up the center as well. And they're actually starting to break through a little bit. There's really not a lot of Helios guys here. They got the tanks. They got the tanks, so the cat pressure won't show, but Halloween and Gang right on top of each other. And Halloween gets him. Look at this. Not a terrible looking push from CU right on the front door of Helios. There's the flare from Helios. They're going to see all of this. I would bet we're going to see some arty here in about 2 seconds. None of the 76s are turning this way. These guys are still making it up this hill. Cap goes down to Halloween. Ian's trying to get a hold. He does actually get himself 2 kills. Still going strong. He's still going strong. Finally gets taken down by Halloween. These guys are still pushing up the front door. Looks like Halloween's going to get that OP. Gets it. If it wasn't for the 76s, these guys would probably have cap pressure on right now. Like, there is nothing. Look at this great big gap in Helios' line. And these guys are in here. There's the big spawn in from Helios. Flare goes up. 2 flares go up. You can see that they really want to see this. They know that there's guys in the circle. Obviously not enough to keep pressure on, but yeah, boom, Baba gets taken out by the tank and it gets cleaned up. Tanks are pushing back that way now. So up here in the north, Helios actually kind of getting their way into the northern area. Yo gets Leo. Proxy goes down to Miracle. Miracle's gonna clean this up. Gets the OP. Their foothold is gone. Not down here in the south. Oh, yeah, here they are in the center again. Arty's coming down right on them, though. That Arty, right on top of him. He needs to move his OP. Popping some smokes. Helios pushing up, though. Rising to the challenge. Take a quick look at the lines again. Still pretty stable where they're at. There's kind of a gap right here now, but I don't think that CU has at all been trying to pressure up here, other than just like pushing things through to clear out spawns. Like, he saw that spawn in. Gets them both. Yaw is not reacting to this. He's probably going to get that OP. He saw the spawn and he has to know it's there. There it is. Gets him. Gets them both. Yeah, it gets wow, man. Miracle. That was kind of a miracle that you got that OP. You really should not have gotten that, but good play. They're starting to get into Hill 5 again. This is pressure that Helios does not want. They really do not want these guys pressuring the center like this. It just, like I said, it just keeps them on the back foot. And it's really hard to like come up with a plan and do something when you're constantly reacting to what's being done to you. Sounded like something just hit this 76 here. There is a tiger here. Let me lock onto it. There. Gets himself a kill. Is that a satchel? Nah, it's just a friendly. Is there any Helios guys here? No. Kind of looked like he was looking for something. So I don't know if maybe there was like a spawn lit up or something, but nope. Tiger holding strong here. Looks like he had gotten a hit on that 176, but he pulled away. Fight moving more and more away from the chapel. 2 Tigers and a P4. That P4 is still there. It's just a solo now. Swing and a miss for the precision strike. but almost forced that 76 back into the view of the Tiger. Now, these Tigers, or these 76s, could really use a team up on one of those tanks, but the simple fact is that they have 3 tanks over there. They do have the Stuart right there. I didn't notice that before. So they could get... What was that? Truck? Repair station? Repair station. They're still trying to break in the front door. They've managed to establish themselves in the cap zones. Still having a hard time pushing across that open area, but focusing more of their troops in this direction. They kind of got like a little wedge going on right here, and they're all focusing in this direction. That could be bad for them. It's, you know, you wanna force your way through that little narrow front, but now you've got Helios just setting up lines of fire right here and just shooting into your flank. Some other guys now shifting the line to the south. Goodness, they did. They managed to push all the way up to Grandma's house. Last time we looked down here a minute ago, Helios was all the way up here. The line has been pushed all the way back to their own territory. CU slowly marching them back. And what the heck? One of these Lukes has managed to make it right up in there. No scopes gets the crew member. That is now a dead in the water Lukes. But there was a spawn in right there, right? It's hard to say. Looked like there was a spawn in right there, but who's getting ricocheted? I heard that. I bet it was you again. What are we losing over here? A Tiger. What got you? You maybe? This other Tiger shifting this way? Yeah, it was probably this guy. Wicks again. Oh, there was another explosion. Oh, it's that Luke's. Alright. Back up here in the center, these 76s are holding strong. Between the 76s and the Arty and the spawn ends, this front door attack, this frontal assault is not really working out very well for CU. I mean, it's gained them some ground, but takes a hit from Cap. Get him, Cap. Oh, I thought he was in the thing. What's he? Oh, he's standing on the sandbags. Huh. I suppose that's more of an obvious position, but sometimes you don't think about things like that. Taking some machine gun fire now, I hear. They do still. I want to go check out the chapels. They should still have some tanks over here. I want to see if they ever got destroyed. I don't see the P4. The P4 did get cleaned up eventually. They have 2 Tigers up over here, though. Supply truck coming in. I wonder if they're looking to get an AT gun up or something with that supply truck. They still have the garrison, so not sure what the play is with that supply truck. Smithers, commander, so yeah, he's probably trying to get some backup Garys over here. How many Garys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 garrisons. So they got room for more garrisons. They could use another blue zone garrison and maybe a single red zone garrison just for pressure. CU still taking casualties right here in the front door. Helios kind of pushing through just north of it, though. OG Panda in the creek bed right now, right in front of Halloween. Hiding in the grass. I think he just got blasted by a tank round or something. CU trying really hard to push this front door. don't really blame them, though. I mean, they're making progress. They're not, like, breaking through at record pace or anything, but just about every time we come back over here, they're 5 or 10 meters closer to the point. Ooh, look at this. Look at that. Up here in the north, Helios finally manages to break through. They do have some squad leaders. There's Gas Mask up over there. Proxy Gene's trying to make it up over there as well. Tulu over there, though. With his machine gun. Gets Scooty Dirt. And gets killed the second I lock onto him. That is such a curse. I know it doesn't happen every time, but... Oh, there's their garrison. Will Mythen turn? And I mean, you can see it. It's right there in the road. Might have even heard that flare. You know, he's looking the other way. They don't see that garrison up there. Somebody got Lunya. I don't know who it was. The rockets going across. Helios, and they made it across. They made it across the open area, and they're in here. If they could just hold it. Ooh, Proxy Gene's actually managed to make it into Grandma's house. Oh, but he gets killed by Miracle. He did get an OP up. It's hot. Poi is right on top of it somewhere. Gets Scooty Dirt. Tiger pushing up over that way. They know that Helios is kind of broken into this northern part. The fact that Helios... Okay, I was like, did they get that garrison? Oh, I thought it was on the road. It's not. It's in that little ditch. That's why that guy couldn't see it. He was in the road. That makes more sense. Ooh, Excel goes down. Gas Mask goes down. See you pushing in, trying to get these guys out of here. OG Panda and POI on top of each other. OG Panda goes down. There goes... Oh, the OP goes down. And, oh my god, he just wasted all of them. Tulu back here, up on the tower now. I think this northern attack has been shut down. Over here in the center. Again, like I said, every time we come over here, they're 5-10 meters closer to the point. They're right on the edge of the circle. I think 7 right there might actually be in the circle. I hear a bombing run. It is not a Helios bombing run. There it goes. That's going to do a little damage. I don't think it's going to get a garrison, though. Even misses out on that spawn in for Cap, so not a terrible bombing run, but not the most successful bombing run I've ever seen. Do manage to push CU back. Let's take a look in the south. CU is actually kind of swinging around the south now. Let's take a look real quick at what just blew up right here. It's a Stewart. And they're taking down the garrison. Starting to break through down here in the south. Berge goes down, but not after both of his opponents go down. Dropped a grenade on himself, apparently. There's one of the 76s shooting down at Grandpa's house. There's a spawn in for Helios. They are definitely reacting to this, especially since they lost their garrison. They know they're being pushed from down here in the south, but this is that hedgerow I was talking about. This one's really important for Hill 5. You can push right up it. You can establish a little spawn point right here at this trench slash house. So the trench is there and the house is there, and between those 2 points you can get some OPs up, maybe even a red zone garrison in the trench. And you can really start putting some pressure onto Hill 5 from the south if you could make it up this trench. Obviously Helios is aware of that, so they are pushing their guys this way to stop it. They've also spawned quite a few guys here in the center, so they definitely have stopped this attack as well. Stalled. I guess stalled would be a better description because these guys are still pushing forward. Take a quick look at the map. They're still trying to break through in the front. This OP is hot up there in the north. See you trying to put the pressure on up in the north. Not quite breaking through. They are taking out some Helios guys, though. Did they get that OP? The OP is still standing. Navako manages to get Poi. So they are going to hold on up to the north for now. Over here in the center, still kind of more of the same, but you can see that Helios is starting to push out a little bit. Where are their tanks? We've got 176 here, we've got a recon pushing down to the south, and we've got a medium pushing up to the north. Down to about 17 minutes, so if Helios wants to get this center point back, they need to start getting the pressure on soon. They got plenty of time to do it, but they have enough time that they can really kind of shift themselves around and try and get a good position on the map. Sorry, my stomach just keeps like filling with gas for some reason. Excuse me. I did mention that I was sick, so I apologize for my stuffy nose and for my burps. Anyways, more spawners for Helios. See you actually kind of getting out and around down here, starting to make it towards that other garrison. 3FM and this squad leader fight. And he gets him with a headshot. He's pushing the other way. He's not pushing towards that garrison. I think he's still trying to support this push up the hedgerow. He can get himself some flanking fire up over here, and these guys can push up this hedgerow. Ah, you can really hear the birds when you're by this tree. Interesting. Another spawn in for Helios. The 76 is actually looking the other way. Helios spawned and immediately gets destroyed. There goes the OP. This 76 is now dangerously exposed to this infantry. There's no ATs here yet, but I mean, there comes an assault. He might have a satchel. Infantryman just standing on the tank gets killed by artillery. There's the spawn in for Helios. What do they got right there? They got just an OP. Alright, CU is now starting to spread out on the hedgerows. Get some flank fire on these guys. Skiz and Gang and Ian's all go down. Wicks solo in the 76. Just still looking north. He's got to know what's happening. He's got to know he's being pushed on. Rocket hits him in the side. Completely biffed rocket hits the ground right there. Going for that next rocket. I'm expecting to see one come from my left somewhere. Oh no, looks like all the ATs got taken out before they could get their rockets off. This is struggling down here. Helios reacting as best they can, pushing their reinforcements all over the place. Helios's line has just been pushed all the way back down here in the south. They're looking pretty good in the north though, and that medium just thunder running up the road. Come on, let go. Did you do that? I didn't even see you there. Didn't even see that guy. 76 is still holding strong at Hill 5. This guy's still holding his position. The other 76 is down to the south, kind of pushing back towards the north. CU holding strong here. The thunder run from the medium failed. Nagawa making it onto the hill. Doesn't really have any reinforcements to back it up. There's a spawn in for CU. They are now starting to push up onto the hill. Might even start getting some cap weight going on. There's a spawn in from Helios. Immediately takes a bunch of them down. They went the wrong way. They should have gone and jumped into the trench right there and they would have got that OP, but you don't know. Gets another spawn in. XT by him lonesome. Trying to keep Helios distracted so some more reinforcements can push up from behind. Supplies dropping somewhere. I can hear it. Not sure for who or for where. There's the... Oh, it's a recon. Helios pushing back in, clearing out Hill 5. They have this completely under control. Not going to let this be taken from them. They're just having a hard time pushing through anywhere. Down here in the south, they're holding. They're holding strong. So their line does look pushed back, but it's so open right here. So up in the north, this is where Helios has looked the strongest for the last little bit, but since they've been pushed out, I don't think they've been able to break through again. That medium tried to help break them through, but he was destroyed almost immediately. That tiger's still right there. Kobe's flu goes down. Scooty Dirt goes down. Yeah, just hiding in the bushes right now. A little bit of a push in the center now. If they can push past the RD fast enough, maybe push these guys up this hedgerow as well, or a couple of them. Looks like Arm's doing that right now. It's going to run right into Momoko. I think Momoko was just shooting, so he will hopefully have heard that. Helios, a little bit of a build-up right here, right on the front. Oh, Arm did go down to Momoko, so Momoko's still holding in those bushes. She's going to get a flank fire on these guys. There's a spawn in for CU as well. Immediately gets shredded by Mythen and Huzzah. I don't even know where that MG fire is coming from. Ow, down there, Zywa. Proxygenes goes down, but Helios does manage to push this attack back. They're holding the point. They're holding the point. Now their line has completely collapsed in the north. Helios's line has collapsed in the north. CU now has a number of squad leaders up here. Can shift their troops up here at will. Down here in the south, does look like Helios is pushing forward a little bit on the back of this, but lose territory in one spot, gain some in another. It's just how it goes. Gas Mask and Excel both go down. I think that was just a grenade that just went off. Don't think it was an OP popping. There's a spawn in right there for CU. Zan pushing that way, trying to stop it. Looking back towards the south. Sorry, I know I'm supposed to do that. Looking back towards the south, you can see there's a big fight going on right at the center. So while this is happening and Helios is pushing up this way to react to it, CU is again pushing the center. With a little bit of an encirclement coming down from the south. Kind of down like this. And you can see Helios's line in regards to it. This 276 is now holding firm on the point. Helios taking a lot of casualties from artillery. There's some tank rounds coming across at the 76. Looks like there's a tank right there. There's another one over there. And then we, of course, know that this one is here. So, CU holding their tanks. The 76 is taking some rounds. CU now switched. They went from that northern flank to immediately pushing right here in the center. 76 does go down. There's only 176 left here for Helios to hold on to this point. They get some more spawn in. CU starting to make the circle. Starting to get into the point. They've got Helios pushed completely out of the circle now. You can see the 76. Other 76 is pushing up. Hopefully he doesn't expose himself too much. He's pushing right to where that other one just died. So casualties going down for both sides right in front of us. That 76 does in fact go down. That is going to be a big problem for Helios. They have one medium. That's a heavy. Just can't see the dots. It's a heavy. So they got another heavy pushing in here. They're not tankless. Where is he? He's like right there. So they're not completely out of tanks. They're still holding strong. This, according to the ticker. But this is like a trench fight here in the circle. Guys are right on top of each other. Some long-range tank rounds coming across to support this infantry attack. Nagawa goes down to Badger. Badger now in the bunker, gets XT. Pop-Tart goes down. Gang gets himself a couple over there. Gang goes down. Badger gets himself another kill from that window. Gets him more kills. That actually might have been Gas Mask, I'm not sure, but Coco and Sealy about to run into each other. Coco in the smoke. Sealy goes down. Gas mask goes down. They're still just barely outside of these trenches. Not close enough to get cap pressure on. I hear a plane of some sort. I think that's a supply drop I'm hearing. Yep, that's a supply drop. That is not, though. That's a bombing run. There it is. That bombing run should take out the garrison. There's the garrison. That is going to be a major problem for Helios now. There's gas mask is there, but they don't really have anybody close. Gas mask goes down. They don't have anybody close to replace that garrison. They need that garrison back up like right now. There isn't even any supplies there. They have a number of troops still in the circle, but CU is starting to push through. They've got the spawns. Helios is going to have to go outrageous on their kills right about now. There's one for Badger. Badger goes down to XT. Here comes the airhead for CU. Looking to get this 4th capture point here in the last 7 minutes. Here comes the 76. He definitely saw that come down. I think he's trying to get an eye on it. Here comes the Tiger as well, pushing up. He might just be trying to get an angle on this Tiger. I can't say for sure. Already coming in right about where that airhead is, so they know it's there. Here comes the counter bombing run. The 76 goes down to the other Tiger back there. Helios stabilizing, but still struggling a little bit, especially with this other Tiger pushing up. These guys have the tank advantage. The airhead is still up. Here comes that counter bombing run. Oh no! Oh, oh! Look at that! Gets the airhead, wipes an entire spawn with it. What a beautiful, beautiful bombing run. Good job, Smithers. I enjoyed that. That made this whole stream worth it just to see that. Nah, this has been a good stream. I've really been enjoying this. You guys are all doing great. I love it. There goes one of the Tigers now from the next 76 that rolls up. The other Tiger is wounded. He's taking fire. He misses. He's trying to pull himself into some defilades so he can get his repairs going. There's Wicks with an NG. He's going for the satchel. Oh, they spotted him. The tank crew gets him. That 76 is still down there, though. So Helios definitely stabilized. There's a ricochet on the Tiger. That Tiger needs to get out of dodge, man. He is not in a good spot. Taking more rocket fire. Helios does manage to clean this up pretty much, entirely. Now it's entirely. There goes the Tiger. 76 managed to shift around and get a flank shot into him. Down in the south, it does look like Helios did pretty good down there. Pushed a couple guys across, cleaned that out. Looks like their line is a little compacted on the point. You can see they've got an airhead and artillery dropping right now. They're going for the Hail Mary last minute frontal assault. And they just used their bombing run, so they don't have that as backup. So that's why they've got the Arty. They're trying to use the Arty. Mudbourne's right there past it. Basically calling Arty down on yourself. Here comes the airhead. I don't see any Arty rounds landing. It's smoke. He's smoking it. Not a terrible plan. Smoke it and then shift your artillery out and start blasting them. That would be great to see the smoke here, and then he shifts the artillery out further. Here they come. Big wave of CU trying to stop this. 1 minute and 45 seconds left for Helios to get this cap going. Here comes a precision strike. Gets himself a number of kills with that. The airhead is live, but unprotected. The airhead goes down. Helios still has 30 seconds to push, maybe if they force themselves in, but they're not even in the capture zone. CU is going to establish a defensive perimeter around the church. There's no way they're going to let Helios start this cap at 15 seconds. That would just be absurd. Sorry, minute 15 seconds. Oh, excuse me. 1 minute left for Helios. Not looking good. Not looking good for Helios. What did we just lose down there? Looks like it's just a truck. There's a garrison right behind that tank. Look at that. There's Scoot Dog. Scoot Dog, look out. Scoot Dog is gone. Where is their tanks? Does Helios have any tanks left? They don't. They have nothing. They have almost nothing to push this attack in. "20 seconds left for them to start this capture. Arm has made it in there, but he alone is not enough cap weight. Alright, Arm, it's up to you. You only need to kill 3-4 guys and a tiger. Oh, more spawn-ins, and you're dead. 2, 1, 0. Congratulations, CU, to your victory. Helios, I love watching you guys. I really enjoyed this. I definitely saw some good plays from you guys. What'd you kill here? There's a tiger, right? Oh, it was another one of your 76s just got pushed into this tiger. How did it get stuck like that? What did you do? How did you get it sideways in there like that? Alright, is there any close-up fights we can go watch while this last minute and a half winds down? Let's see what's going on. Let's watch this Luke's. What's he gonna do? Get him, boys. Wait, Luke's is outpacing me. Come back. Alright. We'll do it this way, I guess. It's not so glitchy when you're locked onto a tank. You don't turn as fast as people do. Just driving around blasting everything. Yeah, I was hoping I'd see some more cool stuff out of him. Spawn in there. Look at him. Thunder running in. Somebody kill him. It's points. "35 seconds left on the clock." He's gonna get that garrison. Gets the garrison last second. There's points. Takes a rocket round. Can Whiskey do it? He's got 20 seconds. Nope, he gets blown to pieces instead. The Luke's is going to survive his Thunder Run. The Tigers are pushing up. I know the match is over, but man, these guys are just like all in now. Alright, there's one last thing to do. There, everybody. There's Smithers' ass. Enjoy. Alright. What a great match. Let's take a quick look at the combat scores. Those are tankers. 600 there. Where's everybody? 12, that's already 669. Definitely seeing some close 700s. Just over 700 there. Tanks. Another 700 there. Pretty close in combat scores. So, pretty close match. Oh. I hope I got that time. Anyways, man, that was really fun. I really appreciate that you guys let me cast this. I know it was picked by the association, but whatever. I still really appreciate the opportunity. I love doing these. You guys know I do because I say it a million times every time. But yeah, that looked so good for Helios for the first half of that match, and then they lost control of the church, and then once they lost control of the church, they just couldn't get back in there again. It's too open on the other side, and as soon as CU established themselves on that road, it was an uphill battle from then on. So. Anyways, thank you everybody who will be watching, since this is recorded and going to be a restream. So you all have a wonderful rest of your night. Take it easy.